two football billionaires be doing extreme stunts on a highway, right? Just imagine the absolute chaos of this situation. How on earth would their legendary athletic abilities translate to a perilous, high-speed jump onto solid ground? Well, we're going to analyze exactly how the source material describes this unbelievable feat, step by step.
All right, let's move to Section 1, the high-speed setup. Let's see how this builds.
Before we even get to the jump itself, we got to understand the totally extreme environment our source material drops these two icons into. First off, they are standing on the back of a fast-moving truck. And I don't mean a slow parade float. This is a vehicle absolutely speeding down a highway. Second, there's a hard-blowing wind. Think about the physical resistance, the sheer force pushing against them as they're just trying to keep their balance on this unstable surface. And third, they're speeding down an entirely empty road. It really isolates them, you know? It creates this perfect, almost mythic arena for the ultimate physical challenge. The text paints this super vivid picture of speed, danger, and isolation. You can almost literally hear the roar of the engine and feel that wind whipping past.
Moving on to Section 2, defying the fall. Time to make their move.
Okay, the tension has peaked, the environment is set, and it is time for action. Let's just slow down time for a second and look at this exact sequence of micro-actions. Right in the midst of this chaotic, fast-moving environment, the text outlines a perfectly synchronized three-step process. Step 1, they look at each other. There's this unspoken communication there. Step 2, they smile, which is just incredible, right? Despite the sheer absurdity and danger of a fast-moving truck and a hard-blowing wind, there's absolutely no fear. That smile signifies total confidence and mutual understanding of the challenge ahead. And finally, Step 3. They jump at the exact same moment. The synchronization here is absolutely key. It's not some panicked, chaotic bailout. It's a highly calculated, simultaneous leap into the unknown by two athletes operating at the absolute peak of human capability.
And how does the audience react? Well, the source gives us this perfect quote. Everyone watching is shocked, expecting them to fall. And I mean, that connects directly to our own natural reaction, doesn't it? If you or I saw two people leap from a speeding truck, our immediate expectation would be absolute disaster. The text really emphasizes this collective disbelief from the crowd to dial up the drama. That expectation of failure makes what happens next all the more extraordinary. It essentially sets the baseline of human limitation right before these two athletes completely shatter it.
So the crucial point is this. Both legends actually land safely. They don't tumble, they don't crash. They basically look physics right in the face and say, nope, not today. The text explicitly attributes this miraculous survival to two specific traits, their incredible balance and athletic skill. This isn't just dumb luck. The source material is taking their real-world, world-class athletic attributes, the insane core strength required to stay upright on a football pitch, and applying them to a high-speed physics problem. They absorb the massive momentum of the fast-moving truck, totally defy the expectations of that shocked crowd, and somehow stick the landing with superhuman precision.
Which brings us to Section 3. The race begins. A sudden, fierce competition.
But the story doesn't end with their survival. It immediately pivots. As soon as they land safely, a catalyst arrives out of nowhere. A football rolls toward them. Now notice what the text says happens next. Without saying a single word, a silent, top-speed dribbling race begins. There's no starting gun, no referee, no debate. Just the mere presence of the football instantly triggers their competitive instincts. It's this spontaneous, unspoken agreement to battle. They transition flawlessly from surviving a crazy high-speed jump directly into a top-speed athletic sprint, dribbling the ball. It just perfectly captures their relentless, legendary drive.
Now for Section 4, power versus agility, a true clash of titans.
As this epic race kicks off, the crowd obviously erupts into cheers. Now, what's really interesting about this is how the source directly contrasts their distinct athletic identities. The text specifically highlights Ronaldo's explosive power, pitting it directly against Messi's amazing control and agility. So the source isn't just saying they're running fast, it's explicitly showcasing how their legendary real-world styles manifest in this bizarre scenario. Ronaldo uses sheer, muscular, explosive force to propel himself forward, while Messi relies on that intricate, rapid-fire control and balance to navigate the high-speed sprint. It's a beautiful textual representation of that ultimate stylistic matchup sports fans have debated for years, except it's playing out on an empty highway after jumping off a truck.
And finally, Section 5, the ultimate question. As this friendly yet incredibly intense competition unfolds, we have to step back and look at the overall feeling this narrative leaves us with. And this brilliantly illustrates what the source calls an unforgettable football moment. It's built on three core ingredients: speed, skill, and excitement. You've got the sheer speed from the truck and the sprint, the unbelievable skill of that safe landing and the top speed dribbling, and of course the excitement of the shocked and then wildly cheering crowd. These three pillars perfectly distill the essence of the entire microstory we've been unpacking today.
Which brings us finally to the very last line of our source text. The ultimate cliffhanger. After the high-speed jump, the incredible landing, and that amazing explosion of power and agility, who would actually reach the finish line first, Ronaldo or Messi? The source leaves it beautifully unanswered, completely turning the question over to the audience. So based on the explosive power we discussed versus that amazing control and agility, who do you think takes the victory in this impossible scenario? It's a really fascinating debate to ponder. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today. I hope it helped you visualize the incredible mechanics behind this wild story, and I'll catch